Now this is Emily Andrews, the royal correspondent of the Sun newspaper. Emily, this is a huge week for you, notwithstanding the fact that a lot of the royal family doesn't like our industry. What is that like for you, reporting on the royal wedding?
Well, I think on a personal level, I get on quite well with the principals, as we call them, William, Harry, Kate, which is great. But as you say, on a more general level, the British royal family are not great friends of the press. If they had their way, all we would do is just report on these lovely, joyful occasions like royal weddings, which of course is great PR for the British royal family. But of course, we don't just do that. We often report on things that they'd rather not out there in the public domain, like for example last year when Prince William missed Commonwealth Day service at the Westminster Abbey and he was just off on a ski trip, or of course when Prince Harry infamously stripped naked in that Las Vegas hotel room and took all his clothes off and the pictures were printed. So you can understand that when we print stories like that, the British royal family don't really like that very much, because of course they only want positive PR, which of course a royal wedding absolutely gives them. But I don't think you can have only a positive side.
In the cycle of royal relationships, is it only a matter of time before the press turns against Harry and Meghan?
Is it a matter of time? Well, I guess I read one very interesting analogy in The Economist magazine, that royal spouses and royals generally are like stocks. So their share price kind of goes up and down.
And we've seen that over time,
and
for centuries.
We have seen that over time. I think it's inevitable. I mean, the news cycle kind of keeps on turning, doesn't it? And at the moment, we've got a brand new bride. She's very good looking. Everyone wants to know what's she like. The first question that people always say to me, Emily, you've met her, what's she like? She's lovely, by the way. She, I think, is going to be quite challenged in not speaking out too much. She is quite outspoken, she's a feminist, we know this, she's a philanthropist, she has a lot of strong opinions. She wants to change the world, but yet she's not necessarily going to be able to tell us how she wants to do it.
You've got a fairly good relationship, a cordial relationship with Prince Harry.
Yes.
Do you give him advice about how to deal with the press?
Oh no, no, I would never dare to give Prince Harry advice. I mean, there are several occasions where perhaps I'd like to, but he has a very
What would you say?
Well, I would say to Harry, try and take a step back. The thing about Harry is that I think he is quite hot-tempered, like that red hair of his, and I think he can get bogged down in the minutiae. I think it must be a pretty difficult job to be Harry's press secretary, really, because you can't control the media, you can't control every newspaper, you can't control every Australian website or American magazine, you just can't. So I think I'd say to Harry, just calm down, sir.
But this weekend, it's all about the happiness of the royal wedding, isn't it?
It is. This weekend is all very positive PR. I don't think you're going to be reading anything negative this weekend. It's all very much, doesn't the bride look lovely? Doesn't the groom look lovely in his military uniform? Doesn't the royal family look amazing? Aren't we all so proud to be British? Etc, etc.
Now, final question, because I'm going to get the if I don't ask this, what is she wearing?
Oh my goodness, it's the $64,000 million question. No one knows until Meghan steps out onto the steps of St George's Chapel in that amazing wedding dress. And of course she's going to have two different dresses, one for the chapel, for the church, which will be the full-on kind of bridal gown, and another one for the evening reception at Frogmore House. I don't know.
So there are no exclusives here. We're all actually going to find out at the same time.
We're all going to find out at the same time. Can't wait.
So Emily, let's take a look at some of the front pages. This is the standout, I think, because so much of the story about Harry and Meghan is about what came of Princess Diana and Charles. This is the love story that people still remember.
Yes, absolutely, and it's kind of here, literally, where it all started, obviously, with the wedding of Charles and Diana on the 29th of July, 1981. This is Charles and Diana on the balcony of Buckingham Palace. That kiss, which of course everyone likes to see. I mean, and it really was the fairy tale wedding. I mean, it was, you know, the dashing, handsome young prince, heir to the British throne. He married his princess. Every little girl could kind of, every mum, I think, every grandma.
And then there's the dress when she came out of the carriage.
It was amazing. Creased though, of course. As her wedding designer sort of later admitted, I saw it from the back and thought, oh no. She came out of the carriage, it was amazing, it was ginormous. As she walked into Westminster Abbey on the arm of her father, Earl Spencer. The train was amazing. The whole nation, I think, and all around the world kind of let out this massive, oh, wow. And then there was Charles, of course, standing at the top of the nave of Westminster Abbey, waiting to marry her.
And then you step forward a generation, and then we get William and Kate. Mum would be so proud. So the reference to Diana is really strong here.
Absolutely. So this front page from The Sun was the day of William and Kate's wedding on Friday the 29th of April. And this lovely picture was by Mario Testino, who of course was Princess Diana's favourite photographer. I've got a lovely picture of here down here. And I think on the day of the wedding, actually, Prince William released a statement to all the media saying, thanks so much, you know, I'm really excited, really pleased, can't wait kind of thing. So that was really nice. And then of course,
and then there was the kiss.
Then on there, this of course is the paper from the day after. So they got married on the Friday, this is the Saturday's paper. And of course, just like Charles and Diana, we've got Kate and William, that kiss on the balcony. So good, they did it twice. As I think our headline says, you wait years for a royal kiss, then two come along at once.
Each of these relationships and these marriages has come under quite significant pressure from the media and the sort of coverage that we see. Is it going to be the same for Harry and Meghan?
If I was advising Harry, the best piece of advice I would give him was just to ignore it, because he can't control it. You're right, things are always going to get written about them. And I'm afraid that's just the way it is, because people want to know. People don't just want the sanitised PR spin that the palace puts out.
So it's not just about kisses on the balcony?
It's not just about kisses on the balcony, no. No, I don't think it is. Although these are lovely, obviously, you know, the kisses on the balcony is lovely. This is very, very positive PR for the royal family. And everybody loves a royal wedding, don't they? Everyone gets very excited about a royal wedding. It's lovely, a lady in a lovely dress, a handsome, dashing groom in his uniform. But I think when you peel back, quite literally, the front page, and you go behind that kind of very positive PR facade, there are a lot of questions that have to be asked about monarchy and the royal family. And Harry, whether he likes it or not, is part of that.